And we have another movie for you now. And the star of it is Guy Pearce, who you'll remember from LA Confidential and Memento. He's in the new sci-fi thriller called Lockout, and he had a few minutes for us to talk about it. Take a look. Hi, Guy. How are you?
Hi, Norma. How are you?
Good. I'm a big fan. I just have to tell you, I know you probably hear that all the time.
No, I don't.
And I shouldn't
thank you very
be gushing,
much. It's very kind of you.
I'm gushing. I really am. I'm just such a huge
Oh, really?
fan. Yeah. It's a real honor to talk to you about your new film, Lockout, in which you play a former government agent who's been wrongfully convicted of espionage against the U.S. government. Tell me about your character. You, right off the bat, have a whole lot.
Absolutely. He, as you say, he's he's a sort of an ex-special forces guy who more recently has been involved in a deal that's gone down, and he's accused of murdering somebody that he didn't actually kill, and there's a threat of a prison sentence, and the prison that they're referring to is this rather futuristic prison that sort of is in orbit, is in space, and the beginning of our story. Maggie Grace, who plays the president's daughter, ventures out to this prison to make sure the prisoners are well taken care of, and something goes awry and she's taken hostage, and I'm clearly the man to go and rescue her.
Yeah, you get to be the hero of the day. From what I understand,
well,
you had to buff up.
Well, I did have to buff up, that's right. And even though I sort of get to play the hero, I think really he's more of an anti-hero because he doesn't really exhibit heroic qualities, I don't think, particularly in the face of this young woman who challenges him on pretty much everything he says. So, but quite a fun character to play.
Hollywood loves a good anti-character, anti-hero, I should say, in recent years. People tend to, they endear themselves to audiences, don't they?
Oh, well, I guess so. I mean, I think, funnily enough, he doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think people probably enjoy the fact that, he feels a bit sort of old and tired to be doing this kind of work, and resents sort of having to be there in a way.
Yeah, but he obviously undertakes it, and that's why they chose you for the
film. Well, he does undertake it. He does undertake it, but he actually goes for his own reasons. He's a friend of his that's in the same prison that he's actually going to get out. So so he's not really there for the best of motivation.
What I love about you is that, in my opinion, and this is just, again, my own opinion, you are able to transform yourself into so many different characters. I mean, I've seen you in films where I'm like, no, really? Oh my gosh. And I love it, and I totally fall for it. I fall for you as the character, which of course is what actors do.
Well, that's right. And thankfully we have wonderful hair and makeup and costume people working on movies who are always very keen to sort of assist in going to places that you've never been to before, as far as how a character looks, and I think it certainly helps me in trying to find characters, and trying to find somebody that I haven't played before. So I quite like that transformative aspect of it. I'd get quite tired of playing the same kind of characters all the time, and I've done that before on television at home. I've played the same character for a few years before, and I wore out my welcome, I think.
Yeah, so now you get to be a little more gruff, a little more rough. It's an action film, sci-fi, something that you could sink your teeth in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he was great fun to play. He has a lot of quite funny one-liners, a nice cynical attitude, and there's some good banter between Maggie Grace and myself in the film, which I think people will enjoy, and it's quite fun. He's quite a funny guy. He thinks he's a funny guy. Anyway.
We only have seriously seconds left. What's next for you after Lockout? I have to know.
I'm actually taking a break myself, but we've got a couple of films coming out later this year, and obviously the one everyone is waiting for is Prometheus, Ridley Scott's big sci-fi. This is a true sci-fi movie coming out in June.
Love it. Okay, Guy Pearce, thank you so much. It was such an honor to talk to you. Thank you, and good luck to you. Enjoy your break.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.